Disenchantment is back for a fifth and final season, so today, let's see if the remaining episodes are worth your time. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services like Netflix. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up-and-coming content. To save Dreamland from Queen Dagmar's wicked rule, Bean must vanquish her mother and outrun a prophecy that foretells she will kill someone she loves. The stakes are as high as ever as our heroes faces Satan, a headless corpse, and most terrifying of all, true destiny. So I totally forgot that we were supposed to have a last and final season of Disenchantment, and they even make fun of that in the beginning few episodes of that it's been some time since the fourth season, between fourth and fifth season. And this is a fitting conclusion to a really good animated series on Netflix. It has all the right elements of a conclusion. A final season has epic battles between Queen Dagmar and Bean, and then it also has a lot of development for our characters as well. Kind of just wraps up some storylines, gives them some fitting conclusions, and I thought the fifth season was a lot of fun. There's a lot of great humor within here, and I love the voice cast in here from Abbi Jacobson as Bean and Eric Andre as Luci. But I love Nat Faxon as Elfo. He has a lot to do in here, and there's moments where we really focus in on Elfo's development and some relationships throughout the way, but him trying to be like a leader and find courage as well. Nat Faxon provides for a lot of the humor within this season, and Eric Andre is hilarious just in general, and I love him as Luci. But when we learn more about Luci in season 5, it adds for some more personal development for this character. And that's what I think season 5 does so well, is that there's a lot of personal development for each character. You still feel like they have a strong connection throughout the season, but there's so much individual moments, especially when it comes to Bean and her relationship with Mora. There is a lot of attention to that relationship, and it only adds for more personality to Bean and more development along the way. Then we get to about middle half of the series, and I felt like there was a really good emotional moment that understood Bean's position in all of season 5. She has spent a lot of time throughout all 4 seasons fighting for Dreamland, and now there's this prophecy that she will kill someone that she loves, and she has to fight off against her mother. It's weighing her down, and there is a really good moment in middle half of season 5 that she's not sure how she can handle all of that, and the series doesn't trade in that really raw emotional moment for comedy. It allows for that scene to really flourish and add so much to these characters. So you really feel not only the intensity of, I guess, the predicament that they're in, but also just these characters, and you've grown to love them over the last 4 seasons. And now with this 5th season, there's so much going on that it's really hard to comprehend what is happening for Bean. And I really like that middle half of the season and how they were able to integrate that into the show, because it's really funny. There's a lot of humor within here. One style of humor that I really like when it comes to Disenchantment, and a lot of shows do it as well, is where you'll have a scene set up and then there's a character in the background that's not within the scene, so you don't see them, but they make a joke. And I find that to be so hilarious, and it works so well in here, where Elfo or Luci are leaving the screen. You don't see them in the scene anymore, but they make a joke and you hear it, and it's just so funny. And that happens quite often in here. It makes me laugh so hard many times throughout the show. But the show is able to nicely balance the humor and then the intensity that's rising throughout as Queen Dagmar is trying to take control of Dreamland. There's this headless corpse of Bean throughout. There's Satan involved in it. There's a lot of fun things that happen in here, but also you just feel that urgency surrounding this season. But they all do a fabulous job of wrapping up these stories and making it feel like a conclusion, not leaving many things lingering and wanting answers along the way. They wrap up stories beautifully while giving us some really intense moments and then beautiful development for these characters. The humor is still there. The animation still looks really good, mixing 2D and 3D animation. Some of the 3D animation feels a little bit off as they're exploring like the big buildings as our characters are kind of exploring around them. That seems a little bit off at times, but for the most part, the animation looks really good. Has your typical Matt Groening style, feels like Futurama and Simpsons. It comes from him, so the animation style feels very similar to those, and I love that about the show. But I've grown to really appreciate Disenchantment. I totally forgot about the time period between 4 and 5. It just kind of snuck up on me that they were going to have a 5th and final season, but they do a fabulous job of just giving us the conclusion, understand why we love the characters so much, but really breaking them down. And I really love that about the middle half of the show, as you feel the urgency from Queen Dagmar, but it's also weighing being down a lot. These characters are so likable and they have such good chemistry that you really are invested in their storylines, and it ends so nicely for these characters. So if you've enjoyed Disenchantment all the way up to its 4th season, I think you'll enjoy 5th season. It ends in a nice way, and you just kind of get a nice fun conclusion to all the characters, exploring a lot of Dreamland and Steamland as well, and little minor storylines going on in the background. Sometimes they don't amount to much and they kind of derail things just a little bit, but for the most part it's really honed in on Queen Dagmar and her rule against Dreamland, and trying to take control, and then being uprising against all of that. That's like the main story. So before I give you my score for Disenchantment Season 5 on Netflix, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie-related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give Disenchantment Season 5 a B. Thank you guys for checking out my review for Disenchantment Season 5 on Netflix. Have you guys seen it by chance? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up-and-coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.